Hello YouTube, I'm Jack Clark, the Eagle Musketeer, coming to you with another video. How are you? So before I go any further, I have a complete Mermail deck. Yes, complete. Money, 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 bitches. But I no longer want this Mermail deck. It is incomplete. It is literally complete. I don't have a couple of the extra deck cards, rank 7s and whatnot, but the main deck is literally complete, and I no longer want this deck. Go trust me to complete a deck and not want it anymore. However, one of you fine people out there may want it. So if you are interested in purchasing a Mermail deck, please do send me a message here on YouTube, either as a comment down below or as a direct message to me here on YouTube. Or if the messaging system on YouTube is a bit too confusing due to the Google Plus changes, then you can send me a message via my Facebook page, where of course a link will be in the description down below, so you can go check me out there and you can message me there. If you're interested in the Mermail deck, please do say, because I need the money, and actually someone will probably get a much better use out of this deck than I will. So if you are interested, please do send me a message or a comment down below. Please, only serious inquiries. I want to sell the deck in its entirety if I can. That's my preferable, and you must have PayPal to be able to pay me, because I'm not going to get a package from the United Kingdom full of dollar notes. That's not how this is gonna work. But yes. With that being said, if you're interested, please let me know. But to the actual topic of today's video, Dueling Network. Yes, Dueling Network. We love Dueling Network. And of course, with its amazingness, there are equal failings, because, well, lots of things do. Dueling Network is a very easily accessible website on the internet where you can just play Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, you don't have to download anything. You are hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people are on it at all times. And you can duel pretty much anyone you want, with any deck you want. That's awesome. But with its equal awesomeness, there is an equal amount of frustrating crap that you have to deal with. Like all good things, there are bad things that counteract that. Dueling Network, of course, is like all things in the internet, full of trolls. Just people don't know the rules because it's not automated. You literally, okay, I'm gonna do this, and the opponent's like, you can't do that, bro. I'm like, okay, why can't I do that? You can't do that, that's what the card says. I'm like, no, are you sure? I'm pretty sure I can do that. Have you read the rules? And it just, of course, if you use Dueling Network, you'll know these bloody people who just don't know what they're doing. And it is infuriating. And people will complain about it. And it is annoying when people complain about it, but I'm not going to say anything about those people. I'm saying about the people who are complaining about the people who are complaining. If that makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. So in essence, I am complaining about people complaining about people complaining. So if you didn't catch that, basically, there was a video by Silent Enigma in which it was entitled, "If Dueling Network is so bad," in capitals of course, why continue using it? So when it comes to a free service, it's pretty obvious really. It's the most easily accessible, you don't have to pay, you don't have to download, and that's the great thing about Dueling Network. And you have so many people, like I've already said, I've already told you why it's so good. But of course, it has bad points. All good things will most likely have a bad thing, and you're allowed to complain about it. But what I don't understand is people complaining about those people complaining. Because as much as it may be annoying, or of course, if you're going to argue that if it's a free service, why are you complaining about free service? Go and use something else, or pay more money to use another service. And you can use other services. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and Dev Pro exist, which of course you have to download. But they're automated, so all of the failings of Dueling Network are not applicable to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, so you can use that. But even if you can't use those, what I will argue is that, why are you complaining about people complaining? For the exact reason that you're complaining, it makes no sense. Literally, Silent Enigma was talking about a Facebook conversation that he had on a group in which a person was complaining about, had a screenshot and was complaining about, this person doesn't know what they're doing, and that's fine. And then people were like, oh, this is why aliens aren't going to visit us. And I'm like, haha, funnies, internet jokes, love it, hilarious. And of course, he then kind of argues, if you're going to complain about free service, why don't you go use a different service? Or even if you choose not to, why are you complaining? It's not going to do anything. If you're not willing to do anything about what you're complaining about, why are you complaining in the first place? It's just annoying and inane, and it makes no sense. And as much as complaining may not do anything about it, yeah, sure, feedback is good for Dueling Network. As much as we will complain about the failings of Dueling Network, some things we can't change. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't complain. We are allowed to complain just as much as Silent Enigma is allowed to bitch and complain about people bitching and complaining. Am I the only one who doesn't see the hypocrisy in that? It makes no sense. You complain about people complaining. What's your complaining going to do? Nothing. You even said in the video, your complaining is going to do nothing. So why are you complaining? Why aren't you taking your own point? A friend of mine the other day said He was pissed off about people complaining about Justin Bieber. He just doesn't care. He doesn't want to hear people complaining about how bad a person he is or anything. And he says, why don't you just treat him as a musician? If you don't like his music, don't listen to his music. If you don't like him as a person, don't pay any heed to him. And as much as I agree with that, I posted in the comments of his Facebook status saying, well, he's not a very nice person. And he's like, I don't give a shit. Why are you complaining about it? And I'm like, I don't know. Why are you complaining about it? It makes no sense. People are allowed to complain about shit, even if they don't intend to do anything about it. If it annoys you, that's great. And you are in your right mind to complain about it, even if it makes no fucking sense. But yes, that's pretty much it. Of course, if you're interested in a Mermaid deck, like I said at the beginning of the video, please send me a comment down below. I need your money, because I like the money. Plus, I've been playing raccoons, and I'm sorry. As much as pretty as Abyss Lind is, she ain't got shit on Ronin Raccoon Sandayu. But yes, that's pretty much it, guys. Of course, if you have any thoughts or opinions on anything I've said in today's video, then do say so in the comments down below. And yes, yeah, it's great. I love it. Anyway, I'm off. Goodbye.